Yo, what's going on, guys? Big Hunter here, back at it again with another Clash Clans video. Before I hop in, I'm announcing another Gold Pass giveaway. This is going to be Gold Pass giveaway number 4 of 5. There's 16 days left in the season, so if you guys want to enter this giveaway, drop a like, leave a comment, and if you are subscribed as well, you will be entered in to win a Gold Pass. If you haven't already, go enter the giveaways on my previous 3 videos to this video, and then after my next video, I'll announce all 5 of the winners at once. I'm also currently ranked 182 in the world, but I do have a defense left. I am minus 219 for 7 defenses. The base that I used today is completely custom. I made it based on another base, but you won't see it anywhere else. I'm going to be posting this base tonight on my Legends League subscription. Link to join is going to be both in the comments and the description of this video. With that, let's hop into the video. So a ton of people reached out to me and asked, can you make a no fireball thrower army? Because realistically, a lot of people aren't going to be using the fireball. Like, it is hard to use, and a majority of people just love the RC charge. So for the past week, I have been making this army and tweaking it. I literally used every single warden combination that is possible and finally came to one that works really well. If you have ever used root spam, this is literally the same thing, but it's thrower spam. You're going to start with an RC charge. You have 4 invis spells. She has the fox on her, so just rotate through that cycle. And once you get a good funnel, you're literally going to spam everything down. You're going to place down an ice golem, all of your throwers, all of your healers, all of your roots, apprentice warden. You're going to funnel with your queen and an ice golem. The king is going to go with the main army, and then you're going to redeploy your RC from the recall. You're going to be using the troop launcher in the CC. You got a couple Yetis in there with a wall breaker to open up walls on the back end, and then you have a couple loons in there just to keep the healers alive. I'm going to break down how to use this attack in a replay, and then I'm going to hop into some live attacks in Legends League. So the first thing you're looking for on a base is where are you going to drop that overgrowth? Because this is a very, very heavy, like, poison rage compartment, and you can overgrowth anywhere over there. So that's what I plan to do. So if I'm going to overgrowth over there, I'm going to enter in on this side, but then I'm going to be like, what side am I going to funnel with? So I'm either going to funnel this side or this side. So I'm going to RC charge from this bottom side just to get a funnel. So here, I wanted to drop my RC and make her go right because I wanted to enter in through the town hall, but she did go left, which is honestly completely fine. I'm going to get the town hall down and then recall the RC because this is going to set up a really good funnel. I'm going to recall her here. Then I'm going to place down my main army. So it's going to go Ice Golem, Roots, all of your throwers. I placed a couple Headhunters here because there were a couple heroes. But you're literally doing thrower spam. And then you're going to place down an Ice Golem and your Queen to funnel with a Wall Breaker just in case that Giant needs to get into any compartments. But here, you're supposed to place your RC down with the main army so she gets in the Eternal Tome. But I accidentally messed up and I placed her too late. And then she went this way, so that's not a good sign. But we did get the main army to go in, so you're going to place down the ice block first because you want to hold the Eternal Tome and the Healing Tome pretty late into the attack. Then you're going to use it, drop rages down just to heal everything up. Here I probably should have used my King ability, but I didn't. I did save it, and then I did use the overgrowth there on the right side. But honestly, even with the 2 mess ups of like not placing my RC down with the main army and also not using my King ability at the right time, this was still a pretty good triple. Alright, first live attack here. We got an esports player, so this could be a cracked base, I'm not sure. So I want to enter in through the town hall, I think. So I'm going to RC charge probably the bottom side. So we'll just go here. And if I can funnel this, like, compartment all the way over to the flame spinner, it should get a pretty good funnel, but my RC is not going the right way. She's following all these Teslas. But I'm just going to use all 4 of these invis spells and get her literally just to get a funnel. That's all I need, and that's all you should need with this attack. So you're just going to place it down on the 6 and then let the fox do it. Go invis on the 0. Like, I feel like everybody knows that already, but if you don't know already, that's how you do it. And then I'm gonna recall my RC here, and then I'm gonna start the army here. Like, I want to go through the town hall, so we're gonna go down here. I think there was 3 ice golems, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna spam everything down. Root riders, apprentice warden, healers. King's gonna go down. Now I'm gonna use my queen and an ice golem over here. This is gonna be very, very slow because there's a ton of ice golems. So I'm gonna need to save my RC from dying because she's super far up. Just going to be patient here. I'm going to drop the Ice Block on all my Root Riders. And then I'm going to save the Eternal Tome here for a second. Now we're going to go in. I hope it... Yeah, because the Giga Bomb goes off. Perfect. We're going through here. Use the King ability to open up all these walls. And then I'm just going to Overgrowth, like, literally just the Inferno Tower, I guess. I probably should have gotten the Monolith in there, but... RC's going to go the right side, and then my King's going to go left with the Queen. No, Queen's not alive. But it's a good split. The RC will get some good value. She's getting targeted by the Monolith, but I'll just use her ability. And then, I honestly, on a lot of these attacks that I've been doing, like, over the last week, the throwers stay alive, like, pretty consistently, because if you just use this exact same army, but used, like, Root Riders and Valkyries, they get stuck on walls and, like, just... I don't know. I think the throwers are just really good for, like, back end, getting those really, really, like, long angles on compartments they can't reach. Alright. We got a Rage compartment and a very isolated Town Hall. So I think I want to go through the Town Hall and Overgrowth the Rage compartment. So I'm going to start my RC down here and try and get her to go to the Fire Spitter. Because if she does that, I can enter in through that Ricochet Cannon right there. And we can just go through the Town Hall and then Overgrowth the backside. It's really like every plan that you've ever used Root Riders with. Like, it's the exact same thing. And it's like, I do think throwers might be a little bit better than having Valkyries. I think it just kind of depends on the speed of the attack. Like, it is a little bit slower. But can we get this? No, we're not going to get that. We'll just recall my RC here. I think those are witches. Let's see. We're going to start the funnel first. Just to pull these. We're going to drop the poison down. Get those witches down. Now we're going to start the main army. Hopefully my army doesn't split here. I'm going to clean up these. Use the Quinn ability. And now I'm going to go in with the Ice Golem. Thrower spam. Healers. Just literally everything else. Troop launcher. I forgot to drop that wall breaker, but it's not going to get much value there. And hopefully we go straight through this Town Hall. Please go straight. Oh, my King's going around. Dang it. We're going to drop the Rage spell here. And then once we get a little further, I'm going to drop the Ice Block. Just so the healers can catch up and the throwers can catch up. And they don't die so fast. And then I still have the Warden ability. So we're going to use that to get through the second part of this base. And now I'm going to Overgrowth like half of this backside here. Just so like I can kill like some of the good defenses in that ring. But still like protect my army some. And then usually on the back end of these bases, I do still have the King and the RC ability alive. So they can get some good value. And I found like similar but less results. Like less as good results with the Rage Gem and the Healing Tome. Just because like it does speed up the attack a little bit, but you do need that like invincibility factor with the Eternal Tome. And this thing's really strong. Like I do think this army comp can compete with Root Riders, but people are comfortable with like Root Rider spam and having the Valks in there, and it is a safer option probably, but this thing is just it's just really fun. Like, it's nice using something different. It's the same concept, but you are like using a completely new troop that just got buffed. Like, it's pretty fun. Alright, next attack here. Okay, this is a classic. I always hit this one the same. So we're gonna go here just to get this compartment out of the way, because my RC will go left here. And then I'll enter in through the Monolith, because that way I can get that out of the way. It's a very isolated Monolith, so I'll get that out of the way early, and then there's a lot of value on the back end to Overgrowth on this base. So if I get all the way to this Ricochet Cannon, it should set up a pretty good funnel for me to enter in through the north side. Which, I will get this Ricochet down. I do have one more invis. So let's see where my... Okay, RC is going to go that way. And the Fox died in the Wizard Tower. So we'll just use the last invis on this Wizard Tower. And then we'll recall her. So we're going to enter in through this top side here. So we're just going to go all of our throwers down. It's kind of satisfying, honestly. And then we'll use the Root Riders here in a second. I'm going to hold off. Okay, now we're going to go everything else. We're going to go Queen and Ice Golem on this side. Use that Queen ability. Now we're going to go the RC down with from the recall. So the Queen's going to funnel really well over here on the right side. We're going to get the Monolith down. They can literally reach the Monolith from outside of the walls. That's absolutely crazy. Throwers are broken. What the heck? Now we're going to rage through here, poison the CC, rage everything up again, and then use the Warden ability. We are pushing through the top of this base. I do like going through the top of this base because it does go through the backside of the Fire Spitters. Queen's going to get cooked by this. We're just going to use the Ice Block on her and just eat that Inferno. And then we're going to overgrowth this left side. And most of the throwers are alive, and they're reaching the Inferno from outside the walls. That's crazy. I didn't even realize how long their range was. Then I'll use the, I think he's in it. Yeah. I'm gonna use the King ability here. Perfect. He will get like this most of this bottom side here, and then we'll use these cleanup troops. Got most of the throwers still alive, and then the healers do stay on the throwers usually, so they are low-key invincible when they're getting targeted by one defense at the end. And then we're just gonna use the RC ability here. I think every single one of my throwers are alive. There were some defenses on this base that were pretty low because I'm in mid legends, but this base is still pretty crushed with thrower spam, and I didn't think I'd ever say that, not using Fireball with them. Alright, we got, it looks like a pretty normal double poison. And when I Fireball this base, I usually hit the CC, but I think I'm going to funnel the top side with my Queen, because it looks like a lot up there, so we're going to probably RC charge this left side. So we're going to go here. I think I can get both ricochets. That'd be pretty huge. And then that set up a funnel for me to enter in through the multi-archer here on the right side, or right next to this ricochet. Okay, perfect. She's going to go down. Hopefully she continues down, because that'll set an even better funnel for me to enter in over there. And then hopefully we don't hit this might be pretty, yep, there's the trap. I was about to say, what if we hit a tornado trap, and there it was. But I think we got enough value. We did pull the CC, and I'm just going to recall her. We're going to start the Queen up here, and then we'll enter in right here. So we'll just spam everything down. Usually you're spamming Root Riders and Valks, but just, if you've used that army, it's the same exact army. Just use throwers instead, and it still works. It's crazy. We're going to place everything down and use the Rage spell to get through that first compartment. Queen might get cooked up here on her own, I'm not going to lie. But where are my Root Riders? They look pretty weak. I'm going to place the Ice Block here in a second. I don't really know what to overgrowth. I think I'm just going to overgrowth the backside poison. We're going to use the Warden ability. I did save it for pretty late. We're going to overgrowth this backside. Perfect. We got all of that in the... Oh my god, look at the throwers there. And my King's going to go up here. RC is still going. I didn't use the Ice Block. Maybe I should have in the beginning of this attack, but the throwers are just cooking that enemy King over there, and then they're hitting a wall, but that's actually good because they're going to stay right there, and then they'll be able to get the X-Bow, the Inferno, really all of that right there. I do still have the King ability. Maybe I should have used the King ability earlier and used the Ice Block earlier, but it's okay. These throwers over here in the middle are invincible with all the healers on them. And then I also have my King ability, like I said. But their range is crazy. Hopefully the King can open up all these walls. I mean, not really. But we'll get this triple. We do have a couple Yetis left from the CC. And I do think, I see a lot of spears there. There's a significant amount of throwers alive in that bunch right there. That literally might be every single thrower. But let's hop in the next one. Okay, we got... This is a pretty popular base. It does look like there's no supercharge, but It's still a max defensively base, so I'm going to start my RC down here because I'm going to enter in through this backside. I don't want to enter in through the town hall just because I want to get the monolith out of the way. And there's like 3 infernos here on this backside. Yeah, so if hopefully I can get all the way to this Expo, because I have 2 more Invis spells. And then I will funnel the other side with my Queen. Let's get the Expo here, that'd be perfect. Can I get the Ricochet? I don't think I can get the Ricochet, actually. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get it, because the cycle will completely be done. So we're going to recall my RC here in a second. Get some damage on it, but we'll just start the Queen over here, and then I'm going to start the thrower spam down here. We're going to place literally everything down. Like, everything. Just 0 brain power. Spam every single thing in my hotbar. Queen, the Diggy on the Queen is so good for a funnel. Like, it just freezes every single defense targeting the Queen. And then we're going to drop another Rage. Roots are getting cooked, so I'm going to Ice Block the Roots and my King up there. Still got the Overgrowth. I'm going to use the Warden ability now, because we're far into this base, and I did hold it pretty long, but that's the benefit of having the Ice Block spell, because it does like kind of act as like its own Eternal Tome. I'm going to Overgrowth the Town Hall here. Like, before you activate the Eternal Tome, you can use the Ice Block just so everything, like, gets healed up. And then you can use it even further into the base, which is crazy. And that's why I kind of like the Eternal Tome better, because I was using the Rage Gem, and my Root Riders were dying really, really quickly. Even when I was using the Ice Block, like, they were dying pretty quickly after I used it. This was a very, very overkill attack. I think all my throwers are alive over there, and I still have my RC ability, and my King is still full health. Like, this army is definitely a contender for a top strategy. Like, this thing's so fun. Alright, y'all, that's a video. There's a replay and some live attacks today that I did in Legends. Don't forget to enter the giveaway on this video and my previous 3 videos. Just drop a like, leave a comment, and if you are subscribed as well, you will be entered in to win the Gold Pass. Go give this army a try. If you guys have any other ideas for other armies, drop the comments below. But with that, I will see you guys in the next video.